and we will be talking about the USS Callaghan. You will learn the story of the last destroyer to go down in World War II.
We will be showing you a model of where it was sunk in when it was fighting.
We will also be showing many pictures to show the experience of the ship.
One of the things we already remember is about the USS Callaghan and what it was.
It also had been in many battles and made a major difference in the war.
We'll also have gotten to talk to one of the crew members and heard the stories of the crew.
Oh yeah, Cassidy, I forgot to tell you, there will be a big surprise coming up soon.
So I guess we'll have to stay tuned for it. I can't wait.
You will be surprised, but for now, let's dig deep into the details.
While we present, make sure to listen carefully. We'll be quizzing you at the end.
Now we are going to explain what the USS Callaghan even was. But before we do that, we just want to point out that all of the pictures that we will be using are from the USS Kidd, which is an exact replica of the USS Callaghan.
The USS Callaghan was the last destroyer to go down in World War II.
The USS Callaghan, it was a destroyer and it was about the size of a football field. It held 327 people. It was one of the smallest ships compared to the other ships in World War II. This ship right here, that is the size of a destroyer compared to the other ships.
During the war, the job of a destroyer was to protect the aircraft carriers and battleships.
This ship had been named after Rear Admiral Daniel J. Callaghan. He had been killed in action while serving on the USS San Francisco. It had been through 8 battles. I would definitely be scared.
Me too. The USS Callaghan was hit off the coast of Okinawa. They had been shooting at Mount Suribachi to make it not so safe for the Japanese.
Then kamikaze planes went in for the battleship it was protecting. The USS Callaghan rushed back and had gotten sunk. What a tragic story. Now I'm going to tell you the surprise. We are going to a USS Callaghan museum. They're even going to let us lead the tour because we are such great experts.
All right, let's go.
Okay, but before we start the tour, we are going to show you the actual USS Callaghan.
Oh yeah, we went deep sea diving. It was awesome. Take a look.
It was way fun. While we were down there, we found a pot. We researched about the cooks, and we found out that there were 6 of them. Those cooks had to cook for about 327 people. I sure couldn't cook that much.
That is a lot of food. We also found some dog tags. The numbers were 8596739. We looked into these numbers and they're Callie's great-grandpas.
My great-grandpa survived its sinking. He had given us tons of information about the USS Callaghan. He told us that everyone on the ship had a different job. Every job was important in some way.
How many of you played an instrument in your band or orchestra? Well, you know how there's a different part for each section, like a first trumpet or a second trumpet?
Now imagine if everyone had a different part. That is what it would be like to have a job on the ship. Can you imagine playing your own part in band or orchestra all the time?
It would be pretty hard. Okay, on with the tour. I'm going to go get some files that we found from the USS Callaghan. I see here are the files of the USS Callaghan. They tell all about it.
So here's one of our pages that we had from the USS Callaghan, and it shows the battles that they were in. And so I'm not sure what all of this means in this piece of paper, but I know that the 1 star in each one of these is what they earned because they were in that battle. And then like this one says the Iwo Jima operation, so obviously it was in Iwo Jima, or the last one says Okinawa. And then it also has the dates on when those battles were.
It also shows the statistics of the ship. This is a picture of the USS Kidd. It's the exact replica of the USS Callaghan.
Both of these ships are 376 feet, weigh 2,050 pounds. and the speed is 35 knots, which is about 40 miles per hour.
Let's turn your attention over here. I'd like to show you what the ship would be like.
This picture shows what the kitchens were like. Look at the big mixer. That would make a lot of cookie dough.
This next picture is the bathroom. So much for privacy.
This is my mom with one of the guns on the ship. We didn't look into the guns too much, but how my mom explained this is that these things right there are there because of the backfire when they had shot these guns.
Wow, that is really powerful. Now that we've shown you the files and pictures, we're going to show you what happened when it got sunk.
But before we go too far, I just want to point out that the explanation of this was explained by my great-grandpa.
First, in this final battle of the USS Callaghan, it was over here on Mount Suribachi. They were shooting bombs over here, so it wasn't as safe.
Then, while they were doing that, a kamikaze plane came in and circled the battleship as if it was going to hit it. Then the Callaghan, being a destroyer, came in to protect it.
That's when the USS Callaghan was hit and sunk. It has been in the depths of the ocean ever since.
What a sad story.
So now that you've learned all about the USS Callaghan, let's summarize.
How many people did the USS Callaghan hold?